Okay, today I'm going to be covering how to actually use a flight pack on your standard cloth armor, and also to how to get the most powerful weapon in the game. This is from the Outcast and Remnants mod, and it's called Hobo Killer. But right now I'm going to showcase with you, I'm actually traveling with companion Christina today, and I'm going to showcase you the power of flight. So you can actually mod your Silver Shroud armor here with a jetpack, and that will allow you to get the high ground on your opponents. It doesn't make you invincible, but it sure makes you hard to kill. So this is it. I've got Ballistic Weave 5 on, and I've also got a flight pack built into it, so watch this. Here we go. Okay, so I've now jumped to a building where no melee opponents can get to me. I'm actually running the OAR, the Outcast and Remnants final episodes, which will then get me the weapon Hobo Killer, which is a pistol that does insane amounts of damage. But right now I'm just using my drop, which is a double shot Gauss rifle. And I can see here I've gotten up on the high ground, and I just triggered the event that spawns a ton of monsters down here for me to lay waste to. So just sit back and kind of enjoy here. I'll point out anything that's important. But pretty much up here, I'm invulnerable to most of these guys, especially if they're melee. So we're just going to sit up here and pick these guys off. Normally when I run this, usually this is a pretty tough scenario to get through because it spawns a ton of opponents all at once and various strengths. The OAR actually usually spawns higher level mobs than other mods of its type, so having this height advantage is huge.
We should do this more often.
I've got my companions running down below, running some interference for me to make sure nobody gets close enough to toss a grenade up here. But I've pretty much got complete dominance of the area with my Gauss rifle. And we're just going to take these raiders out just to showcase how I use my flight pack, and also too is how my sniper rifle does incredible things. Okay, also too, great thing about the flight pack is it's just like when you have power armor, but when you have power armor, you're immune to falling damage. This is a great way to control falling damage. I've jumped off some pretty high areas, and as long as I hit my space bar before I hit the ground, I'm not going to take falling damage. So we wrap this area up here, finish off the stuff around. By the way, I've got one of my companions, Valkyrie, loaded up with looks like a Gatling laser. And I'm moving towards my next, I think, which is my second to final objective in OAR before I get the end credits. And that's the goal here in OAR, is you want to get to the end credits so you get Hobo Killer. So you can see I'm just making mincemeat out of these super mutants. And this is just a found, dropped, legendary generated Gauss rifle with double shot. I will later on add unlimited ammo to it via a crafting system, and I've put both of my mods that I use for crafting legendary armor and weapons down below. If people are interested, I can actually do a tutorial on how to craft. But really quickly, all I'm doing right now is just showing you guys the power of this flight, this jetpack with my Silver Shroud armor, which I also have modded to Ballistic Weave 5. And I've got a couple invisible pieces of stat generating armor as well on top of that, but I have actually modded that to be invisible. So that is that, and then I finish off the OAR, and I come to this scene right here. And this is really cool. What Thuggy and his group did is they gave everybody credits, and then thank you for playing. Really class act here. One of the things I love about the Thuggyverse is they recognize everybody that contributed. But anyways, I go through here, I walk up to the stage, and now I'm just checking out everybody dancing here, having a good time. And well deserved because OAR is a long series of quests, but it gets you some great companions, some great weapons, and the weapon hobo killer right there in that box. So do not forget that when you get those opening credits or those ending credits. Hobo killers, you can see 1874 DPS versus my Gauss rifle of 762. It's just a, it is just an overpowering weapon in the game that basically will destroy anything. Um, and I just ran it on the boss in Nuka World. It does not kill him until you actually use the squirt gun, but it one-shots him once you use the squirt gun. That was going to be my big test for this weapon, was to see if it could take down somebody who had an energy field up, and it does not. But anyways, I'm now modifying Hobo Killer, and I'm going to get this thing up to nearly 4,872 DPS by just adding some mods onto it. So it's really underpowered when you first get it. But when you add some mods onto it here, including a silencer and a little bit larger magazine, so it can actually hold up to 80 bullets. It's a semi-automatic, and it will take down anything in one shot. So be prepared to get really bored of your game if you're going to use this afterwards. I go back and I use my Gauss rifle just so I can play a little bit more fair. But anyways, this is an awesome weapon. So that's pretty much it for today. I thank you for your time. Hit like down below or subscribe if you really liked it. Thanks again.